This is Amhara Media Harvard channel and you are watching our Wednesday update live from Bahardar, Ethiopia, and I am Fikradi Zodu. Stay with us. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister AMECO and China's Foreign Minister Qin Gang have reaffirmed commitment to further strengthen bilateral ties and cooperation between the two countries. Ababa Brhane will give us a detail.
In a joint press briefing they gave, the two ministers said that they have exchanged views on bilateral relations and agreed to further deepen all-rounded cooperation in various fields. They also reaffirmed commitment to further strengthening existing bilateral and multilateral partnership. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister AMECO said Ethiopia and China have enjoyed strong historical relations based on mutual respect and shared interest.
We have reviewed our extensive bilateral relations and agreed to further deepen the all-round cooperation in various fields. We have signed a memorandum of understanding on political consultation between our two countries. The implementation of this memorandum will enable China and Ethiopia to further strengthen their bilateral ties and expand the areas of cooperation.
AMECO stated that the visit of Foreign Minister Qin Gang has given them a great opportunity to express gratitude to China for its principled stance in support of Ethiopia's sovereignty and territorial integrity. AMECO also said that he had briefed Qin Gang about the implementation of peace agreement for lasting peace through a permanent cessation of hostilities signed on November 2, 2022, and the measures the government of Ethiopia has been taking thus far.
I have briefed His Excellency Mr. Gang about the implementation of the agreement for lasting peace through a permanent cessation of hostilities signed on 2nd November 2022 and the measures the government of Ethiopia has been taking.
Furthermore, the two sides have also reviewed encouraging peace and security development initiatives in the Horn of Africa and Africa at large. China's Foreign Minister Qin Gang on his part said that the partnership between Ethiopia and China is based on mutual respect and equality.
Our
two sides have reached a high degree of consensus. Both sides agree to consolidate and deepen political mutual trust and be partners firmly supporting each other on issues involving our respective core interests and major concerns. To deepen the synergy between our development strategies, expand practical cooperation, better leverage and tap into the economic and social benefits of flagship projects between our two countries, such as the Addis Ababa-Djibouti Railway. Strive to expand two-way trade and investment, deepen mutually beneficial cooperation, and be partners pursuing common development.
Foreign Minister Qin Gang noted thanks to the solid political foundation that the economic and trade and investment relations between China and Ethiopia have grown rapidly over the recent years and produced fruitful results. Moreover, he elaborated that Ethiopia is actively participating in Belt and Road Initiative, and China has remained the biggest source of foreign direct investment for Ethiopia and its largest trading partner. On the other hand, the minister reiterated the Chinese government is committed to supporting the Ethiopian government in its reconstruction effort in war-affected areas in the northern part of the country.
Health Minister Lia Tadesse disclosed that the government of Ethiopia has been tirelessly engaged in restoring health facilities and supplying essential medicines in Tigray that were ravaged due to the conflict.
The minister told the media that an emergency health response and restoration team led by the Ministry of Health has been established and is working in coordination with the National Coordinating Committee for Health-related activities. She said that after the peace agreement, over 243.6 million birr worth of essential medicines and other resources were made available by the government. According to her, close to 100,000 people have received various health supports provided by the health facilities that resumed services since November 26. She noted more than 70% of the more than 165,000 children scheduled to be vaccinated in the first round were vaccinated in Mekelle alone. In Alamata in Syria, more than 95% of employees in the health sector that work in 12 hospitals and 28 health facilities have resumed their work, she said. Leah said following the agreement, it was possible to deliver life-saving medicines and medical supplies worth more than 19 million birr from the Gondar branch to the Syria branch in different rounds. She noted at the same time it was possible to deliver life-saving medicines and medical supplies worth over 30 million birr from the Dasi branch to Alamata in the surrounding health facilities. An oxygen production plant in Aksum Hospital has also been repaired and ready for use. The minister further stated that various life-saving drugs were delivered to Mekelle through the World Health Organization and ICRC. Leah disclosed the government has also prepared to send about 10.5 metric tons of medicines and medical supplies to Mekelle. According to her, all 40 hospitals and 415 health centers have resumed service in Amhara regional state. She also said one hospital and 20 health centers have started work in Afar.
Project Assistant Coordinators of African Center for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC, underlined that realizing and building of the center headquarters in Addis Ababa will be a legacy for Africans. Let's get more from the report. The construction work of the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC headquarters project, which has been supported by China, started in December 2022. While the project covers a total construction area of nearly 40,000 square meters, the phase 1 of the construction covers 23,570 square meters. Africa CDC is the specialized technical institution of the African Union established to support public health initiatives of member states and strengthen the capacity of their public health institutions to detect, prevent, control, and respond quickly and effectively to disease threats. In an exclusive interview with Ethiopian news agency, Assistant Project Coordinator Abel Shimelli said the successful completion of this state-of-the-art continental health facility could be considered as a legacy for all Africans that transcend time. He added that the construction of the continental medical facility is being undertaken day and night to successfully complete the project as scheduled. It is believed that the center is immensely crucial to strengthening the prevention and control of diseases in Africa. He said the laboratory is best equipped with up-to-date technologies and can be competent at the international level. He added that the CDC Africa headquarters building project is a huge project which will have great contributions for Ethiopia and for the continent as a whole. For the assistant coordinator, the project has provided crucial knowledge transfer to Ethiopian experts who have been teamed up with Chinese experts during the construction process, stating that realizing the project in Addis Ababa will be vital to carry out various health-related research. He said it will be one of the manifestations that Africans can solve their health challenges and will contribute to the rest of the world as well in the sector. Citing that the project consists of high-level laboratory-scale technologies, he said the laboratory is best equipped with high-scale technologies which can be competent at the global level. Biological laboratory team leader of the project, Engineer Tedros Brahanu, said for his part that the construction of the center is undertaken as per the international quality standards. Recall that the COVID-19 pandemic showcased Africa CDC's indisputable role in leading continental anti-pandemic efforts. Experts believe that the future headquarters will further augment the African Union Healthcare Agency's institutional capabilities. It was learned when completed, the building will include an emergency operations center, a data center, a laboratory, a resource center, briefing rooms, a training center, a conference center, offices, and apartments. It is expected that China's Foreign Minister King Gang, along with the African Union Commission Chairperson Musa Faki Mohammed and other dignitaries, will visit the Africa CDC headquarters project site by today, January 11, 2023. Ethiopia and Somalia have signed an agreement to work on the development of aviation sector in partnership. Brahanu Argana will give us a detail.
Director General of Ethiopian Civil Aviation Authority Getachew Mengiste and the Director of Somali Civil Aviation Authority Ahmad Maulin signed the agreement in Addis Ababa. Ethiopian Minister of Transport and Logistics Dagmawit Moges and Somali's Transport and Civil Aviation Minister Fardosa Osman Egal have attended the signing ceremony. Ethiopian Minister of Transport and Logistics Dagmawit Moges said the agreement will help expedite the common goals of the two nations.
It's indeed a pleasure for me to witness the signing of this agreement between the two civil aviation agencies or authorities of the two countries to be able to enhance the relationship that we have among us. As a sisterly country, we believe our faith is bound together. We are going to grow together, and we are going to make it if we stand together. And the signing of this agreement clearly depicts how we are going to integrate with each other, as it is a base to testify the 5th level freedom for passenger and the 7th level freedom for cargo, which is indeed exceptional.
It was learned during the occasion that the agreement is believed to further strengthen the economic cooperation of the two countries in addition to the existing political and social relations. Somalia's Transport and Civil Aviation Minister Fardosa Osman Egal, for her part, stated the agreement will help Somalia to share experience from Ethiopia in the field of aviation.
Very happy to witness this agreement signed after 1980, which is a very long time ago. Obviously, we need to enhance the aviation sector for both of our countries, and agreements that can work and be implemented for Somalia and Ethiopia is very important. We're very happy that we are learning from Ethiopia, which is the best aviation sector in Africa and in East Africa. We're here to learn from you.
The minister and her delegation have exchanged views with Ethiopian officials on ways of strengthening bilateral cooperation of the two countries in the area of civil aviation.
Proceeding to news beyond borders, the United Nations says human action to save the ozone layer has worked as hoped and it may recover in just decades. The major assessment says an international agreement in 1987 to stop using the harmful chemicals that were damaging the layer has been successful. The ozone layer is a thin part of the Earth's atmosphere that absorbs most of the ultraviolet radiation from the sun. When it is depleted, this radiation can reach the surface, causing potential harm to humans and other living things. Ultraviolet rays can damage DNA and cause sunburn, increasing the long-term risk of problems such as skin cancer. The ozone layer began depleting in the 1970s. Chlorofluorocarbons, which were commonly found in spray cans, fridges, foam insulation, and air conditioners, were blamed for eating away at the ozone layer, as BBC reported. According to the National Grid of Britain, Britain produced a record amount of wind-powered electricity in 2022. More electricity came from renewable and nuclear power sources than from fossil fuel gas and coal, and second highest after 2020. Replacing fossil fuels with green power is a core way for the world to tackle the impacts of the climate change. Sources like wind and solar are also significantly cheaper and should lead to cheaper bills in the long run. Scientists, governments and the UN say switching to renewable power is crucial as the effects of global warming are already being felt, including the UK, which last year recorded its hottest year since records began. The National Grid Electricity System operator said gas remained the single most significant source of electricity last year, but electricity from wind turbines continued to grow in importance. Over 48.5% of electricity came from renewable and nuclear power, compared to 40% from gas and coal power stations, as BBC reported. Rescue teams have recovered at least 3 survivors and 4 bodies from under the rubble of a 5-story building in the city of Asyut, south of the capital Cairo. For TRT World Report, we have Brahan Wargana.
Rescue teams have recovered at least 3 survivors and 4 bodies from under the rubble of a 5-story building in the city of Asyut, south of the capital Cairo. A senior official in Egypt said at least 4 people have been killed when an apartment building collapsed in southern Egypt. The Asyut province's governor Issam Saad said on Sunday rescue teams have recovered the 4 bodies from under the rubble of a 5-story building in the Qualta neighborhood of the city of Asyut. Asyut lies some 400 kilometers south of the capital Cairo. Sadat said in a statement that rescuers also recovered 2 survivors who were taken to a local hospital. Last Sunday, workers retrieved the survivor, the province's media office said. The governor added that authorities had evacuated surrounding apartment buildings and dispatched bulldozers and other equipment to clear and secure the site. Footage shared by the governor's office appeared to show rescuers attempting to remove rubble and work through the building ruins. By Sunday afternoon, rescue teams were still searching for survivors using bulldozers and diggers to lift debris. Building collapses are common in Egypt, where shoddy construction and a lack of maintenance are widespread in shanty towns, poor city neighborhoods and rural areas. The collapse in Asyut came a day after the roof of a building in the Mediterranean city of Alexandria caved in, leaving 2 people dead and 1 injured. The government has tried to crack down on illegal building in recent years after decades of lax enforcement. Authorities are also building new cities and neighborhoods to rehouse those living in at-risk areas. But many Egyptian cities still have entire neighborhoods of unlicensed apartment blocks and shanty towns that do not follow building codes and regulations.
This is Amhara Media Corporation Haber channel and you're watching our Wednesday update live from Bahar Dar, Ethiopia. Now let's see the foreign currency exchange rate of the day. This is all we got for today. I am Fukrati Zodo and you were watching our daily news. Goodbye and have a nice time.